Right, it's a weird shape, this single view drawing, but it doesn't matter the shape it is at all. Basically, we follow the same steps for everything. So the first thing we're going to do is go to layer property up top, click layer property, and we're going to make a new layer called construction. So you click the stack of paper with the light, you can go to the color box and change the color, and you can either leave it at layer one or change it to construction. It's up to you. I'm going to actually add a second layer now as well, and I'm going to call it dimension or dim, and I'm going to make that one red because we're going to add dimensions to this as well. Now, the layer we're starting on is the construction layer, and it's easily switched right here in the pull down. But when we have our construction layer, we have to look at our object and we have to glean information from it. So we have to draw certain lines to be able to make our object. So when we look at this object, it's kind of weird and it's got kind of stuff in different positions. So we look at the most logical place to start, which is probably the big bottom circle. So I'm going to start by drawing a line. I'm going to click anywhere on the screen and I'm going to drag it straight up and I'm going to type 1.31. Now we may have to zoom in a bit because your screens are kind of set big. So you may have to zoom in just a little bit, and that's okay. The next one that we're going to draw is going to go straight up as well. And I'm just going to drag it straight up and I'm going to type 3 and enter. So we've got two lines. We've got a top line that's 3 and a lower line that is 1.31. 1.31. It's right on our sheet here. It's the radius measurement that they're giving us.
Okay, so the two lines. What's the first line?
The first line was 1.31, and the second one I just made 3. The second one I'm going to rotate. So we have to go to rotate. I'm going to click on the top line. I'm going to click where the two lines join because that's going to be my pivot point. And I'm going to type 15 and enter. So it goes on a slight angle like that. Is that cool? Is that cool? Yeah? Sweet. So we're going to draw a circle now. And we're still in the construction layer. We're going to go circle center radius. We're going to go to this intersection here and we're going to type in 2. Radius of 2. Now, this circle center radius, it's actually a center line. So we're going to go here to bilayer, other, load, and we're going to load a center line. This part's not as important, but it looks good. Yep, hold on. So when we go here and change it, can you see that that's the center line, like it's different there? So to get the center line one more time, we go over to properties and we click this line type box. It's the lower line down. We click on other. And then when we click other, we can load a line type. They're in alphabetical order. We want to choose center. So it comes up in this category, and when it's there, we can select our circle and physically change it here. It's not as important if it's a center line or not, but I just thought you might dig it.
It's not working.
Type in LT scale for a second. And is it default to 1?
Yeah.
Type in 10 and see what happens. LT, line type. 10. So, looks like you got a line on top of the line. That was supposed to be enough, no? Hold on. So when I click this,
No.
it is a center line. No, so let's see, LT scale.
Wait, top line, the circle's supposed to be 3.
I don't know why yours is backwards, eh? That's weird. That's all right. So when you go to low, see how it's in alphabetical order? Center.
There.
So then when we click here, we can go here,
Bilayer and then.
select it like that. That's weird.
Bilayer and center.
Center line. Why is it a group circle?
I don't, look.
There, that's
How are
better.
you supposed to?
I don't know what it was doing there, right? LT scale. There you go. It's showing up weird. Don't worry about changing that or it'll screw up my video. I'm gonna go on and then stop. And I'll help you get caught up. Just feel free to watch for a minute if you want. So we've done most of the heavy lifting now. That's too bad, Jake. That's too bad. We'll be able to watch in a minute. So we're going to switch back to object layer and we're going to draw some circles. The first one I'm going to draw has a diameter and it starts here. Sorry, at the bottom of that one starts here. I better re-grab it. And this one's 0.75. It's the small little circle. Then I'm going to do a radius, and this radius is 1.31. So that's the second big part of our circle. Still doesn't look like our shape yet. We go out here. We're going to do 2 more radiuses. Watch the first one.
It's on the center line thing.
This one here is. Oh, you got to switch it back from center line to bilayer. This one we're going 0.25. And we've got a bigger radius than that at 0.62. So it's starting to take shape. You can see it coming together a little bit. So what I need to do is I need another line like this straight down. So I'm going to go back to my construction layer. I'm going to draw a line from here that comes straight down too. And then I'm going to rotate this one. Because if you look, when we rotate this one backwards at -30, we get that point. We can copy this circle. You're welcome to redraw it, but why not copy it from here to here? And this is going to set up our side little funky shape. That gives us our measurements.
What's the radius of the circle on the side on that side?
On which side one?
Wait. Can you go back a couple?
No, but you can read the measurements if you'd like. I will go over it again. When we click here at the center, bang, our first measurement is 2.25. Oops, I should have switched that back. Sorry, I'm switching it back to object. And if you notice, that 2.25 comes right over the top and bottom. I'm going to trim this now so you can see it. There's our outside of the circle. Our other one, our radius is going to be 1.75. Watch. 1.75. And then we can trim it as well. So if you look, by trimming this object, I've got that little notch that they have. The last sort of thing we have to do is hook up this big circle That big circle has a diameter of 2.62. So we go here, 2.62. And it gets our outside circle. I can trim this. Do you see how quickly it's coming together now? Oh my gosh. This part's a little tougher. We do a radius from here of 1.38. But this is not our circle. Oops, why did that one look weird? Let me try that again. .38, enter. That looks better. So we get this big circle in the middle, and then we do a tan radius. Tan, and our radius is 0.63. When we trim it, we get rid of this, this, and this. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. And last but not least, oh my goodness, there's our drawing. I'm not going to dimension it yet. I'll do that on a second video here, but I'll re-walk us through that.